Royal Howell, the Juice Network. Commissioner, you spoke on students and not employees and fairness and clarity. There's been a lot of coaches around the country, not just the ACC that's mentioned, they're concerned about NIL and the revenue gap. And you've had coaches go on record stating that how can they compete with other teams when it comes to NIL if they don't have the necessary funds to match a Alabama or a Clemson or a Notre Dame? How can those teams in the middle of the pack compete when it comes to NIL if they don't have the necessary funds to do so?
A couple things. One is this. I want to just talk about student versus employee, and a couple reasons why I don't believe that's necessary. I'm against it. Taxation. I don't think parents and families want to be taxed on scholarship, room and board, book, tuition, travel, equipment, health, medical, all of those benefits, right? Termination. You're an employee. There's something called termination of employment. I don't think student athletes should have to face that, right? We have nearly 25,000 international students that are on visas. There's a direct conflict as it relates to them working in the United States and being declared employees. So there's a lot of reasons why, but ultimately, we want to continue to provide student athletes with benefits. And you see the evolution, the Alston Awards, cost of attendance, name, image, and likeness, now the House settlement case. It's really a good time to be a student athlete from benefit standpoint. I think there's a lot of pressures. We won't get into that right now, but I think they have a lot of burden, a lot of pressures, a lot of expectations. Social media is really difficult, but that's the employment piece of it. The other part of your question as it relates to how do you close the gap, how do you be competitive? The ACC's never been a league that's led in revenue generation and distribution. We just haven't. But we've had an incredible span of success. This will be about creativity and innovation for our schools and for our league. And I tried to go over some of the things we're trying to help the league with and our member schools. And I know that we'll be able to do it. I think the good thing about this is these will be local decisions. These will be decisions made by our 18 schools about how much they want to participate in that 22% of what will be, we think, the House settlement. That's a good place for us to be. But the more money we can generate, obviously the more money that goes back to the schools. It's not the ACC's dollars, it's really the schools' dollars. So I'm confident in our schools. I'm confident in our direction and plans about creativity and innovation, helping us some close that gap.